Hello, I'm Rushia Brown, and welcome to Real and True, a series on financial literacy brought to you by Edyoucore Sports and Entertainment. This honest dialogue will focus on true financial successes and nightmares of athletes and entertainers in the Black community. You are a professional soccer player, born to Nigerian parents. Let's talk about your first professional experience and what happened when you got that first check.
Yeah, so for me, my first professional experience was a couple months after I got drafted. My first professional check was the signing bonus from Adidas. And then to see a check of that size, it was kind of almost overwhelming. But because of, my parents and, my financial team, I was able to actually have a plan around, all right, what I was going to do with this money at the time.
How'd you spend that first big check?
So to be honest, I didn't even spend it. I put it in a CD account. For me, it was basically just, let me just understand what it's like to be a pro, what are things that I'm gonna have to spend money on. And then after the certificate of deposit is over, then I'll allocate accordingly. But with the other money, I spent it on, getting my apartment and, getting some clothes, nothing too crazy.
If there was anything that you could have done differently, would you have?
If I would have invested that money in like a higher yielding account, whether it's, directly into stocks or indexed funds or even a down payment on a rental property, probably would have had a better turnover. But for me, from the standpoint of like not spending the money, it was good at the same time.
What maybe was your best one and your worst financial decisions?
I think my best one was investing in myself throughout my career, but I made the investment of not only, money and time and sacrifices, but to continue my education while I was playing. My worst would probably be the gentleman's agreement. If you're going to do a deal with anybody, it could be your family, friend, make sure you have some collateral around it and have it in writing as well.
Please share with me the first money lesson you recall learning from your family.
The first money lesson I learned is money doesn't grow on trees. Take advantage of the hard work that you have done to earn this money, but then how can you make the money work for itself? As I continue to learn the basics, more complex lessons were applied. So, protect yourself at all times, always think long-term, pay yourself first.
Why is that financial education important and even more so to you?
So financial education is important because I feel like it gives you leverage in order to understand the questions that you need to ask, the knowledge that you need to seek in order to build the financial base that you need to from an individual or family or generational standpoint. If I was able to have like a basic understanding, then I can feel empowered about the money that I'm making so I can make better decisions for it long term.
We don't all make the best decisions all the time. So do you feel like financial mishaps should be shared, and do they protect others?
Obviously, it's like kind of an unwritten rule not to talk about money, but as we continue to grow and evolve, I think the conversations are here to help us. It will help the people behind us or around us or even in front of us to make better sound decisions around their financial moves.
So in the Black community, we know that there's a stigma. Why do you think there is this stigma around having financial discussions?
I think it's, pocket watching, a lot of generational trauma when it comes to money. But I feel like as we continue to evolve and continue to develop and continue to find the positives around sharing, we're going to be better for it. Knowing
what you know now, what would you have done differently? What advice would you have given to yourself?
I wouldn't have put my money in a CD for sure. But to be honest, I would have just started sooner. Immerse yourself with people that are experts before you do any deal outside. You have to do a deal with yourself. And I say that by investing in yourself, investing in your education, investing in your own assets, and then kind of go from there.
So we know you have the platform Frugal Athlete, and you encourage financial education and athlete empowerment. But do you find athletes are hesitant about having these conversations?
Oh, most definitely. I think athletes are hesitant about having these conversations because we already got a bullseye on us, being in the public eye, 24/7, and athletes want to have a sense of security or privacy. I think athletes need to, be vulnerable, be humble, be honest, and ask questions, open up conversations to not only better themselves, but better the families that they want to support, better their future if they know, sports isn't going to last forever.
What can be the catalyst for more honest conversations in the locker room and beyond?
For me personally, I think, showcasing more roadmaps of positive examples of athletes that are doing it the right way and across the board, not just from the top down. Everyone hears about the stories of LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, Tom Brady, Serena Williams. And, those are great stories, but those are anomalies. There's a lot of athletes that will never reach that level that are still professional athletes in their own right. There's a lot of athletes that have transitioned and used the capital that they've made and their career decisions to, become very, very successful. And I think if we showcase those stories and provide roadmaps, more athletes will be more willing to be proactive in their own playbooks around, building their own financial pyramid.
Thank you for joining us in celebrating Financial Literacy Month and removing the stigma of discussing finances in the Black community. We encourage you to continue these discussions on social media as well as in your homes. For more information on the importance of financial literacy and educational resources, follow Edyoucore on all social media platforms and check out our website,